The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As we get started today, I'd always suggest a tablet and pen. We're going to cover a lot of things, how to get to the $1 million dream. And if you listen, I can get you to a billion. I've done that to 27 people. But I do have 27 millionaire clients now. Been doing this 45 years, helping people just like you. Bottom line is you don't know the rules and tools until you learn to play. Let's give you that today. Let's have some fun. Now, bottom line, this is basically simple. It's live. It's live 6 days a week. So there's no picture, there's no recording. I want you to put it here. Ultimate goal. As we play the game of business, because I wrote that book 45 years ago, Winning the Game of Business. You see, I like the goodies, the yachts, the race boats, and the helicopters, and the goodies, and the mansions. Those are things I obtained personally through the corporate structure. I don't like the blah, blah, blah without there's rules and tools. And I think most people on Tickety Talk and Google and YouTube and blah, 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 most of them don't really have a pot. You know what? I think most of them are going blah, 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 trying to need your money. I haven't had a paycheck for 30 years. Why would they need that? My wife says this is my hobby. So you can play with me and ask me a question up to 6 days a week. Currently, I came from rags to riches, being used and abused as a kid, eating out of a trash can. By the way, my mommy, she put me in the trash can when I was born in, the taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. And then I got Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. So I didn't want to live in hell. I didn't want to stay being used and abused. So today I will tell you something. I made two promises to myself. Number one, I'd never get married and have kids unless I had a foolproof, all right, blueprint not to bring the pain home. I created that. I'll show you exactly what I did. Next thing is I made a promise I know I never hold a baby. Love is my first child. And I kept that promise too. I want you to think about keeping promises yourself today. You see, I want you to think about how old you are today. Look at your past, all right, the present and the future, because your past is your roller coaster of faith and persistence. Are you at million or billion? Why not? What's the problem? You didn't look behind the curtain. You didn't figure things out for yourself. Oh, you spent thousands on a corporation, some silly attorney, CPA, incorporated service, and then you didn't learn diddly squat. Sorry, you killed money. You see, when I was a little boy, they kept saying money for a rainy day. So I came up with a solution for them. I call it safety credit. I'd like you to get out your personal credit cards and your personal wallet right now, please. I'd like you to put a sticky in the back of every card. Sticky. I want to dummy proof this. You see, the problem with most people, they're doing this with their credit. To me, it's a bunch of crap. The problem is they didn't know how to play and they keep bringing the damn pain home. So let's understand today. I want you to get a couple cards worth $100,000. And the biggest problem you have is you jack it up, you get stuck, you can't write up diddly squat, and you bring the pain home. I call that silly and dumb, kind of stupid, to be honest with you. Now, that means very simple. If you had a couple cards in your pocket or wallet today worth a couple 100,000, okay, you juggle, but what would you do? You're going to max them out? No, you got to learn to play. Ray's rules are simple. 100,000 of credit, couple cards, use 29%. I give you 71,000 of safety credit. In case blank hit the fan, lost a job, or pandemic, I want you to fight if you get through the process. Why don't you create your line of defense? That's your biggest problem you have today. You don't create the line of defense. You tend to bring the pain home. That's going to stop today. Now, they also said when I was a little kid, don't put all your eggs in one basket. They didn't have a solution. So what did I do? In 1985 and 86, I created division process. You see, corporations have a franchise tax fee in California, and I don't want a bunch of those. And the next problem I got is around the Secretary of State. You get to see the corporate and probably your home address too. That's kind of double dumb. But again, a corporation does do one thing. It doesn't pay tax to what's profitable. So it buffers tax. Okay, let's understand how to play. When you look at Bank of America today, that's bankrupt 5,000 locations. Chase, U.S. Bank, all the other banks. They bankrupt a location called a branch number. They got a tax credit and they got to do it again and again. You see, they know how to play. So the bottom line is I invented division process in 85, 86. Pay attention to that today, please. Put all your ducks in a row. Well, that just means let's go get $1 million and quit bringing the damn pain home. Why did you bring the pain home? Please tell me. Why did you bring the pain home? You see, the reality is very simple to me. All right, don't take it personally, but I don't understand stupid. I don't. Why would anybody bring the pain home when they never had to? I don't understand. The next thing is very simple. All right, they're lazy. That's kind of stupid too. The next thing we have to think about is why didn't they look behind the curtain and figure things out? I had to. They could have too. But again, it's very simple up to you. Now, let's tell you the truth. The biggest mistake on the planet. You ready? You got an SSN. Well, the problem is nowadays people are using that for credit purposes. 70s and 80s, people got credit in the mail. They didn't have to use their SSN, but you only get one of these. You get one SSN, and all of you bring the pain home. I don't understand. Why would you do that when you never had to? You see, I'll tell you the problem and give you the solution. Then I'll build you to $1 million and drag you up the hill. I got no excuses. We the people, oh, I'm for that. But it's tax, tax, tax. Every dollar you bring is tax, and then you go to probate when you die because you keep using your SSN. Oh, goody for you. Let's look at the SS4 today. Let's learn to play like rich and famous people, okay? The SS4 allows one for the corp, one for the division, one for the what? A division of me. And every business I get to do, I get more than one chance to try. Your biggest problem is you have to understand, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. So let's look at the SS4. See, your problem is you didn't tear apart things. All right, I understand something. The SS4, it's right in front of you. Line 1 in front of you. Let's go ahead and put the cursor there. You see where it says legal name of entity or individual person? I want you to have both. Okay? You see, I want you to understand debt follows tax ID too. And also, you can create credit reports. Why did you not play the game the right way in the first place? I'll never understand. But let's understand your SSNs for your 1040 tax return. The SS4, oh, that's an 1120 tax return. And then it's a tax ID. You see, you never had to bring the pain home in the first place. Sorry, you did it to you because you didn't learn to play. Let's look at the United States of America Incorporated, how they got 50 states, soon to be 51. And then they basically, the state, basically 50 corporations, states, and then states got cities, and those are corporations too. You see, they did planning the problem in front of you. You didn't pay attention. They even invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. Public record for you. They've bankrupted 11 cities so far. 11 bankrupt and stayed in business. You could have played the same game too, but the reality is you don't have to know how to play. What did you do? Go home, boo-hoo? No, stop. We the people. I love that. But it's tax, tax, tax. Oh, the United States Supreme Court says a corporation is a legal person. So let's learn to play and how never to bring the damn pain home, okay? Let's think about this today. Why don't you put both hands like this? Go ahead. All right, it's simple. This is SSN, tax, 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 and probate when you die. And then you think your credits your free friggin' money till you jack it up, drop the score, can't get any more, can run a diddly squat. Isn't that kind of dumb? And then the SS4, oh goody, we don't pay tax and we're profitable. Why don't we get one per entity and build a corporate umbrella? Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in your face, and you don't pay attention. What'd you do? Complain about rich and famous people too? Reality is I invented divisions for one reason. To never bring the pain home and always give myself a second chance. Everybody needs 9 divisions of themselves. Simple. Now let's understand, I've been an affiliate for 39 years. Look at the bottom here. I can request, based on an SSN or SS4, I can request and build credit reports. Experian, Trangio, and Equifax. That could be a person. Oh, I like that. That could be a corporation. That could be a division. Heck, that could be a subsidiary. You see the world doing this in front of you. Aren't you going to wake up and turn these suckers up today? I don't understand. Every tax ID is entitled to credit reports. But again, why don't you write down division of me? Go ahead, write down division of me, which means you. So here's the thing. All right, when I got this one Lamborghini out of the Lamborghini collection, okay, and I got the keys right here. It's only worth $1,000,000. If I guarantee the Lamborghini and I lose it, then I get shitty credit. If I put it in a corporation and the corporation screws up because I guaranteed it, the corporation screwed up, so am I. I'm a double duck. That sucks too. But if I'm smart enough to put that Lamborghini, that's $6,800 a month, in a division of a corporation, and instead of guaranteed as SSN, I guarantee SS4. And guess what happens? If anything gets screwed up, I just get rid of the divisions. I protected the corp, and I protected me and my family too. Damn, it's not easy. See, I don't understand, stupid. Sorry, that don't make any sense to me. So understand, it's like the building. You're going to sign the lease, and it's in the corporation name. Why would you do that? So if they screw up the building or it doesn't work for you, that comes after the corp come after you, because I can see that in the Secretary of State. Divisions are more private too. Let's put it in the division name. Let's guarantee it's a division of me. I think that would make more sense. Nobody's stupid. They just do stupid things all the time. How about we bought the house? You say it's simple. You see, here's the problem. All the money you bring in you and SSN is tax, and probate when you die. But then anything that comes in the corporation, SS4, doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So we might do break even, but let's go over here. The extra money. How do you want to receive it today? And every card, since I invented daisy chain credit 38 years ago, and these ding dongs are called stacking credit. Every copycat, everybody fully get out there. It's ridiculous. Why don't we take these suckers and let's go get 9 sisters? Let's get 10 million. Why don't we get a bunch of little books like this that I have? $15 million of credit. I like the books. They're supposed to have business cards, but hell, I collect credit cards. That's what I've done since I was a little boy. All right, you want to learn to play? Stick around today. Everybody needs a division of me and a division to actually receive the item. But again, let's say you have a corporation today. All right, I'd like you to go to Secretary of State. I want you to Google your own corporation, which you have not done. The reality is I want you to see it. And then I want you to see the corporations there. Does it show your name as an officer? Oh, it does. Did you use your home address? If you did, that's called stupid. You just told the world where you live. And the world's getting crazier every day. Oh, well, what can I say? You should have used a mailbox, etc. too. As we play, remember something today. It's very simple. You should be building a corporate umbrella. If when a lawsuit occurs, it makes you a duck. You became a duck. Divisions are private, and nobody gets to really see them. So that would give you the line of defense. Wouldn't that be more smart to have the divisions and get rid of a piece, not the whole, not bring the pain home? Or if somebody does it, and that's stupid. Well, it's up to you to understand. Have your own opinion. You see, divisions are more private. They're not on the internet like, wee, look at me. The bottom line is going to be up to you. Who guarantees the house, the building, the credit card? Is it the SSN or SS4? Who wants to be the duck? I think you should have 2 for every item you're going to get, but it's up to you. I just want to teach you to play. You see, you're not the duck if something goes wrong anymore. You got a corporate umbrella like the bankers or the cities do. Wow! And then we can build credit to it and get $1 million. Would you like 10? See, your biggest problem is you. Sorry, it's just the truth. There's $1 million of credit right in front of you. Would you like some? But again, you should be financing the business and the corporation with its own money, its own credit. Because you get to write off your the credit card. You can't do that with you personally. So the bottom line is let's learn to play. But again, that's up to you not to bring the pain home. You see, corporations build cash credit, which you can write off. Personal credit can't write off at all. So let's understand here. Here we have a $100 million building in front of South Coast Plaza Mall, a Lamborghini worth $1 million, a $5 million mansion, and the rates both that says Ray Reynolds University.com. What do they have in common? Those are things I obtained. Wow. Not too bad for a kid that eat out of a trash can and be used and abused. I wanted out of hell. Now, getting you the first 100,000 is a pain in the ass set. Why? Because I got to get you to listen to rules and tools, which you never knew before you met me. But then from there, getting that 100,000, okay, I'll bump it away to the millions easier. Again, it's up to you. How bad do you want it? Come on, you watch all this crap that goes blah, 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 blah. Like Randy hears her all the time. He says, Tony Baloney, you ripped him off for $7,500. I said, no, he did not. You got blah, blah, blah for 3 days and got to walk on coal and burn your feet. So that was your bonus. So let's understand, if you allow me to add you to my credit system, because I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, a TRW and Aspirian years ago, I'll get you that mansion that's in front of you too. That's one of the ones I obtained. You see, we get to play, but I got to teach you how to get the American dream. Then I got to analyze your credit, see how bad you screwed it up. That means within 90 working days, if you do what I tell you to do, you can have a 750 score and become a CFO. So Aspirian, Equifax, TransUnion. But you got to pay attention and listen today. There's my schedule. It's very simple. I'm online 6 days a week. I've been in front of people online for 6 days a week for 45 years. Where the blank have you been? But that's up to you. Oh, don't worry. This was always sold out a month ago. If you blew it and you didn't go to the last or boot camp I'm ever going to do, sorry, you kind of screwed that up too. So let's understand 1,000 steps to millionaire. Being a certified CFO. You got the ability to play the game. It's like when I die, hopefully 50 years from now, I'm leaving 10 billion plus to the Ray Reynolds University.com. Why? My kids are the officers list. They don't get nothing. They get to control it all and not be taxed. I can't believe how many stupid people leave things to their kids above $1 million. Okay, they tax. That's how Buffett had it friggin' do it. All right, it's very simple. Maybe you'll do it too. You see, all I wanted to do when I brought in that 2.6 billion corporate structure at 26 is help people for free. Nobody wanted to play with me. My wife calls this my hobby. So every program you get involved with today, don't be surprised. I give you 100% or 10 times your money back. I want to take away your BS excuses because that's what you have, a lot of you too. Let's draw the diagram in front of you. Could you imagine if you listened and did what I told you to do, where you could be in 6 months from now? A corporation never doing business. If it does, then you're a duck. Because when they sue it, they screw you all up too. But if the corporation manages divisions, just like the branch numbers at the Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, you get rid of a piece, you stay in business. Well, you probably think there's some person in the back room signing crap for the banks, huh? It's kind of stupid. Corporations get the guarantee credit for corporations. You see, you got to learn to play. You watch Sam's Club do this, Geico, Cities. But again, you got to play. But the first thing you got to do today is stop bringing the pain home. Because I think that's kind of silly and dumb. The next thing is you have to be a real CFO, all right, a certified CFO with the knowledge, rules, and tools. And then from there, reprogram your brain into millionaire status. So if we play, we're going to use Ray Reynolds blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. We're going to have some fun. Now here we go again. SSN. Well, that's SSN. We the people. Tax, and probate too. No wonder 97% of people who die are dead broke. And only 3% have a pot. Do you know why? Hey, there you go. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution. You see that? Corporation's a legal person. Oh, we don't pay tax till we're profitable. We get to pay our bills first, and we can do them together as a single filing corporation too. Wow. Gee, it's very simple. All right, make your what? Defensive circle. See, you got to understand something. If you're counting on the world and the people around you and the banks and all that BS, there's your problem. You have to make sure you create a defensive circle. And that's the goal. Who do you count on? Me, it's God, me. I didn't get a family. Who am I going to count on? Who's going to help me? The only way I could get out of hell is to finance myself out of it too. I want you to create your defensive circle. I want you to understand, we're going to make sure you understand what that means to you. So when we look at the SVB collapse and the Signature Bank that is shut down over the weekend, you're going to count on this? Oh, goody for you. You see, you got to be prepared for blank hitting the fan. But the problem is most of you are afraid to try. You hold yourself back. All right. You don't think you can do this too. You see, the bottom line, you get to play if you play with me. I like to repackage every one of you. So let's understand structure. Here's a corporation. I don't want it to do business. I want it to manage and own entities. That way it's more private, and one screws up, I want to get rid of the piece, like the banks, grocers, or the cities do. And then I want to make sure I don't bring the pain home ever again. I want to make sure I put my ducks in a row, and I repackage every one of you under the corporate umbrella. It's the way I designed it. Isn't that fun? You see, I like incorporate rich and famous people. They listen better than you, than the homeless, and the ones coming out of prison too. When you started your business, what did you do? You sit around the kitchen table with your friends and family. You said, we're going to start a business. Everybody got excited until it came to the money. Hey, let's screw up the house. Let's jack up the cards. Let's hurt the family and screw it all up. What's what most of you did? You can't write out diddly squat. Why the hell would you jack this up and bring the score down? You did it to yourself. I'm sorry, I call that stupid when you never had to. But it's up to you. You can make sure you never bring the pain home. Why don't you write down today's date and let's project 90 working days. Let's do what I tell you to do. Wouldn't that be a concept? You get goodies like this too? Won't that be fun? I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. The books and CDs I sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years, 5,000 a set every Wednesday night. Here's a real estate system that I got millions and millions of real estate. How about become the bank in buckets of 92? All 18 books and CDs to you today are $9.99. Unless you invest $9.99 today during the broadcast, then I'll give them to you for free. Isn't that fun? Here's the problem when you start a business. You don't know if they're going to push you down. Friends and family, they rip you off. Employees, you better hold your breath. You don't know if they're going to catch you or you're going to fall off the cliff. Good luck with that. See, my journey wasn't so easy. Being born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital, being used and abused by Mrs. Hope kind of sucks. But your journey today can begin with me. We'll take away your excuses and teach you how to play. Every morning I'm on my knees thanking Jesus for another day. And then I go look in the mirror. You see, I've done the mirror test since I was a little boy. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I got a weird brain. But you know what I got to do? I put myself in check. See, your problem is you listen to your friends and family. They never made the million to billion. Maybe you want to listen to the #1 consultant or in coach worldwide. Oh, by the way, that's me. You see, July 4, 2009, I got my 3 yachts in my backyard. I'm at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night helping people like you, having fun. And wife says, hey, honey, can we take one of the yachts out with a group of people? Okay, why not? Next day I get to die. Well, that sucks. Ruined the whole day. From there, the tax attorney tricked my wife to sign a POA. And then the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to rip out my heart, take it away. Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. You see, I've been God's example all my life. Why don't you pay attention today? I moved 24 times by 11 and a half years old. I've been shot twice. I've been nice 6 times too. I got no excuses, but neither do you. So let's get to work and let's learn to play. I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. See, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. Ultimate goal. So let me show you some goodies and teach you how to get your goodies too. The Lamborghini collection, the Duffy. How about the mansions? How about I broke the record for the fastest and highest kick on the planet in 1981? Why we do jump? Just stupid people say we don't. And then let's show you the race boats in the backyard. Where you park yours. Helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and Ferraris. I like goodies, don't you? Would you like some too? You see, that's called Ray's Rules. It's the blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. I got no excuses, but neither do you. Now, credit repair, they're a fraud. You can look online to the Federal Trade Commission every day. They're not allowed to collect money from, but they do. So why don't you write down Section 611 today and see what you can do for yourself too? Is that okay? Now, understand, you want a 750, but what do? You hire the credit repair flaky companies, and you think they have a magic freaking wand. They don't. So what happens next? Your score goes drop down, and then the creditor gets a little pissed off and come get you some more. See, the problem is if you owe a debt, you got to negotiate the debt. You got to man up and woman up to be responsible. If not, you're going to have a flat tire, run out of gas. That's okay. You're creating your own karma anyway. See, credit repair cannot remove your debt. Now, if you really want a 750, all you got to do is do exactly what I'm about to tell you today. Any negotiation, any open collection account, all credit cards at 25, 29%, all but two, and then a rapid refresh. I invented that 39 years ago too. So let's understand. Now you got a 750. You can enjoy and go beep, 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 or you can get a corporation to be a CFO if you want to be, or divisions too. By the way, that's called the KISS method. KISS stands for keep it simple, stupid. So if you want to play, you got to go to class with me, and they're always live all day Saturday. I got 10 of those too. Goodies. Let's give you the first 25 steps today. Get your Credit Karma. It's free. My new dashboards are going to put them in second place. They have no phone to help you. We got a phone number. The credit hour going to be 24/7. Wow. Help the world change. There's step number one. Number two, you know what we got to do? All we got to do is let me analyze your credit. I'll show you exactly what it takes to get a 750 in 90 working days. But that means I have to look at your Experian, your Equifax, your TransUnion. There you go. Now, I need you to get down to business. I need you to pull your Social Security card or your personal wallet right now. See, you've never read the card front and back, ever. You didn't bother. You stuck it away. It's been collecting dust. Here's the application for a Social Security card, right here. See, understand, people got credit in the 70s and 80s. They didn't use their SSN. Some dummies started to, and they keep breaking the rules. So let's understand. We're going to read this application. You get a copy of this online too. Now, Mommy got your SSN for you if Nick's already took the gold standard out. If not, then you did yourself between 14 and 16 usually. Line 1, name to be shown on card. Full name at birth other than above other names you use. So the SSN is for the 1040 tax return. If we read the card that's in your personal wallet today, pay attention front and back. It'll usually say do not laminate, don't carry with you. And then it always says do not use for ID purposes. And you still did it. What's wrong with you? Then it says Property Assessment Administration, not you. That's the IRS, by the way. So we got our SSN, it's for the 1040 tax return, and no one taught you diddly squat. And then you follow along like a bunch of sheep, and you had to figure it out for yourself too. The next thing we get to do is listen to the dumb people around us. So let's understand. When you got your first paycheck a long time ago, you remember when you thought you were ripped off? Where's my money? Half of it was gone. And if someone pointed out the IRS gets her cut, you get the leftover. See, that's what makes us sheep and ducks. So I want you to understand today, your biggest problem is you didn't pay attention to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, where it says a corporation is a legal person. All right, I knew that at 16 and a half when I did my thesis, International Constitutional Law. We the people. See, if you do it together and you understand how to play, you get to win the game. Why don't you go irs.gov today? Get a hold of a 1244. Then you file one corporation, call it S Corp. It's called single filing. Wow. And you almost never pay tax. Is that okay with you? But again, we get one SSN, and we're all a bunch of ducks and sheep. And then if you get a corporation, oh, goody for you. Now everybody sees you in the corporation and the Secretary of State. And if they sue you, you're a duck. Still, what would I tell you to do? Let's act like the banks and the grocers and the cities and have subsidiaries or division process. You see, every division will be the duck. Why would you ever do business as a corporation when you can have your divisions like a branch number and not screw up? And everyone gets credit reports too. I don't understand stupidity. Do you yet? I'm trying to figure out what you did right or wrong too. So let's play. Let's become a certified CFO. And what do you get to do? Program yourself into millionaire. I brought in my first million to 14 people. Come on. All right. I knew I'd be a millionaire through the corporate structure when I was a little boy at 3, eating out of the trash can on the friggin' pier. I just didn't know how. But again, SSN is sheep. SS Force, Flying Eagle. I got to rebuild you now because you did it your way. I think your way kind of sucks. So the corporation, the divisions, you're going to become the certified CFO at the same time. I like to introduce you to the SS for it and pay attention now. You see, I like to do a division in your name. You see, that way you basically going to have two. You can play. Let's put all our ducks in a row. Is that okay? And let's do it under the corporate umbrella. Let's choose wisely from now on. Your problem is you didn't give yourself a second chance to play and give the good dance. You see, let's go back to that form. It was for the SSN for credit purposes? No, hell no. It was for the 1040 tax return so they can track our income and taxes till we're dead. And that way they put us in probate too. We get to play. In the corner there it says SS5. By the way, that's IRS if you didn't know that. Let's look at the SS4. Remember what line 1 says? It says legal name of entity or individual person. Wow! Banks and grocery stores and cities do that all the time. Debt follows tax ID. And they build credit reports too. Isn't it about time you learn to play? But that's up to you today. You could be a certified CFO. Let's dissect the form, okay? Let's understand where it says reason to apply. All right. From here, it says banking and credit purposes. Could you imagine? The only form on planet Earth that allows one per entity is an SS4, and you get a chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. But again, what do we get to use the corporation? 4 things. It buffers tax, or in other words, all the money to the corporation doesn't pay tax until after it pays the bills. Nothing left over, no tax. Is that how the rich and famous people do it too? Corporate credit. Oh, wow. Corporation can build its own damn credit after I build the files. You can write off the interest in the credit card. Why would you steal from the family? That'd be stupid. But again, cars are fleet price, tax ID division. Oh, hotel, free buffet. You see, the division does what I want it to. Divisions are more private. Line of defense, screw one, go get another one. Wow! They're cheap, multiple functions, buy wholesale price, credit reports. Oh, real estate, flippity dippity doos and liability. See, a division gives you the line of defense. All right, that'll make your defensive circle. You see, the tax ID builds basically tax ID, debt follows tax ID. Then we get the tax ID, then we build credit reports. And that way each one can finance itself and write it all off too. You see, I don't understand. The bottom line is up to you. Don't worry, you can't learn what I teach and preach anywhere on the planet besides through me. God gave it to me. Maybe you'll learn today. I'll give you a guarantee in writing. As long as you're part of the program and you do what you're told to do, I'll guarantee 100%. But if you jack up things and you basically apply during the program and crash your rapid refresh that I paid for the first time, you got to pay a fee or you're out. Simple. In other words, you have to be responsible for your own stupidity. If you screw up and you jack up, you will pay a fee or I'll close your case. How direct is that? Very simple. Because I only want to build serious people to millionaire anyway. You got a collection account, negotiate the damn thing. Past can't chase future. You got an IRS problem, IRS.gov. They have a form. It's called 656 433 A and B. See, you got a solution for everything you're trying to do with no more excuses. I will do a rapid refresh, a rapid score, because I invented it 39 years ago while I was training Yarborough and working with Harold Stokes. You see, 750 is right around the corner for you. But you got to play. You got to go to class and learn the rules and tools. Again, I want to repackage every one of you. All we have to do is remember, if we basically negotiate any collection account we might have open, all cards, debt ratio 25, 21%, but 2, and a rapid refresh. Now we have a 750 score called the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Easy. You see, here's the thing you got to think about today. If you want goodies like I've obtained, simple. I'll rebuild your credit, do a rapid rescore, you go to class, and don't fall on you. Bottom line is simple, 750 score is the goal. From there, what are we looking to do? I want to get you $1,000 card because I'm going to charge you $9.99. I want you to reimburse yourself 100%. Now you got a 750. What are you going to do? Sit there going, I'll be aggressive. But again, during the broadcast, I discount that to $4.99. Half price. I make the card $500 to reimburse you. You scan, you pay a little fee, or you Zelle. The Zelle's free. I'm your coach for 90 days. Isn't that kind of fun for you? Take a picture of Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient. RayRageCredit.com. Ultimate goal. Now the discount's only during the broadcast. Wait until it's okay. I got a sales team. They'll charge you the full price. That's okay if you wait. You just get to bring in more money to pay the bills. You see, that's up to you. If you want to refer people to me, I'll build credit for you or give you basically 10% back to you, but your referrals must pay in full. All right, so you get that extra bonus for you, and you can make up to 1,000 a day. Now, if you want, you can call 800-510-3338. That'll get you basically over to the customer service department. That'll get you paralegals. That'll get you the accounting department, and you can say I saw Ray on the webinar too. Now they'll try to give you a good price. The reality is they can't give you the discount price they give you online with me. Now I need you to do some work. Can you write down the phone number, please? See, every time people keep talking about scanning credit cards and the bull crap, all they did, I gave solutions in '98 when I basically wrote the rules and tools on that. The next thing is they talk about all these robocall crap. They're not be talking about you did it to yourself. You see, if we can train everybody come out of high school, they'll never get robocalls or junk mail. Why don't you call 888-567-8688? Opt out for 5 years. You added yourself to the mailing list yourself because you're a voter, or you got a corporation, or you have a cable bill. You see, your home address you should never use for anything. It should be private. But once you opt out for 5 years, and slow down the robocalls and the junk mail. Now, here's what I'd like you to really do. I want you to plan the problem. You've had your friend or a family member rip you off. You spent thousands on crap that didn't work. How old are you? Look at your past. Are you at million to billion yet? You need a coach that can teach you how to play. Now I want you to write down safety credit again and put a sticky on every card. 25, 29% in the limit. Create your line of defense. All dashboards now say 0 to 29 that they should have when I designed it years ago. 30, yellow, 50, red. That sticky will give you the discipline so you don't screw up ever again. And then you're going to go, I got an emergency, Ray. Stop. Knock it off. Let's understand something. Everybody's got an emergency. But you keep doing this to yourself. Stop it. It's ridiculous. When you jack up credit cards, you drop the score, you got stuck. Hell, you can't get any more. You brought the pain home to yourself. Why don't you jump up and kick yourself in the assets? All you have to do is understand there are 2 cards on planet Earth that never affect your score, ever, as long as you maintain the payment. And now you can max them out $1 million freaking dollars. They're simple. They don't bring the score down, ever. All you need is your discipline. There's your emergency with no BS anymore. Up to $1 million. You paid over time limit too. You see, your biggest problem, sorry to say, is you. The faster I get you platinum and gold cards personally, you can balance your debt and become a true CFO. What a concept for that too. So understand, all applications for cash credit require a certified CFO, period. You got no choice. If you want me to build you up a couple gold and platinum cards, let me know. I charge $9.99 for each card, but that's up to you. All right. From there, if you want to balance your debt, then go over here and get cards for the corporation too. Why don't we get 4 of these? I'll build all 4 for you for $9.99 each. That's about $4,000. But they're unlimited up to $1 million. But you know what? During the broadcast, I'll give you 50% discount. $1,998, and I'll build up 4 for you, 2 for the person and 2 for the corp, and then we'll daisy chain the hell out of it to $1 million. You ready to play? How about 10 million? See, there's no excuses. The only excuse you have is you, your lack of knowledge. There's your Zell. Simple to do. Now, what happens with most people, probably you lose your job, you have an emergency, and you run out of time, you run out of money, and you can't wait to jack this stuff up. I don't get it. This is stupid. Why would anybody jack up credit, drop the score, can't get any more, couldn't write out daily squat? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? Let's understand. If you needed $5,000 today, you go to your friends, your family, the bank, they'll say no anyway. But here's a $5,000 card in my hand. If I max out this sucker today, the payment's $50 a month. Well, the average person wastes $50 every other day. You see, we can rebuild anybody, but understand today. They say you waste 140 a week. That's $600 a month. Why don't we suck out $50,000 off of a corporate credit card? $50,000. The payment's $612.26. And during a pandemic, we can buy 2 pizza restaurants with a damn drive-through. They stayed open during the pandemic. Let's use some common sense. We should sell that in a bottle too. So understand today it's pretty simple. Reach your goal, believe in you. Me, I believe in God and I believe in me. I was kicking the door jam at 10 and then the basketball hoop, and all they can do is, what? Isn't that fun? White men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. But again, it's up to you. Nixon took the gold standard out. Did you pay attention? I don't think so. So let's understand something today. Let's write down Ray's rules. 100,000. Yes. 29% utilization. If you use your personal credit to start a business, that's called stupidity. Because you jacked it up and you screwed up anyway. You didn't win. You didn't make it. And you have shitty credit today. That kind of sucks. From there, if we use corporate credit, we get to write off the entry of the credit card. If we win, we absorb the taxation usually. If we lose, we bank up a division and not the corporate, my family. Why do people bring the pain home? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid yet? This is called the what? Have your cake and eat it too. Step 7. Become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. I gave myself a proof way never to bring the pain home. There I am dead. The hospital takes a picture when you're dead. They call the time of death and go, geez. I wish I would have said them go, hi. Would have freaked them all out. But again, H1N1 kills me. Why don't you Google the address? You'll find out I'm telling you the truth. You see, I was in a coma at 5.5. When I hit the curb at 42 miles an hour with my face, I was crippled. Jesus said, get up, and I got up. My last coma, I got to die and come back and help you. You ready to play? See, the devil wants to knock you down and take it down too, and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. We get to play. Now, here's chapter 18. Can you see this in front of you? Let me circle it for you. Look at it right there. A corporation is a legal person. It may sue or be sued. Now, I heard that when I was 7.5. And at the whole family house, at their poker game. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird, probably true. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door was the library. I walked in, man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was mean. She was rude. She came back and said, here's a mark of his, here's a mark. She was a bit, I think I was interrupting her. She was the librarian. I asked for help. I read the book. Then I realized it's full of blah. See, you've been looking for a blueprint all your life. Have you found one yet? You know what? Foolproof blueprint, Ray Reynolds blueprint. What did I do? I went back to the library for 2 years, and I created my own blueprint. You see, I sent away my money order to the Secretary of State of California. I was 9.5. I found out corporations were free. You pay a little filing fee. I'm the founder of Helping Hand, ladies and gentlemen. I got $100,000 credit cards in the mail. And then I got named in the movie Dave. Isn't this fun? See, I've been an affiliate for 39 years building credit files under tax IDs. Where you been? See, the corporation should get credit. Write it all off, so should the divisions. Why would we take it from the family where we never need to? Ultimate goal, we get to play. Now, I did this for my cat while I was at the Bonaventure. Harold Stokes almost turned green. I built Sam Reynolds a cat with credit of $1 million. Isn't that fun? A magazine came to interview me, and I told them to use plastic to finance your business. They put that in the next article too. You see, I want you to get out your magic wand now. You ready? I want you to have 9 divisions of you, 9 lives. I want you to have 9 chances to try, and not bring the pain home. Just don't have any intent to do fraud, okay? The cat can have 9 lives, so can you. You build a corporate umbrella, and you allow me to get you the tax ID, bill credit reports, get you cash credit, and line you up for checkbook money. Isn't that easy? It is that easy. And all we got to do is follow the rules and tools. You say $1 million, I'll say 9 divisions. You say 5 million, I'll say 41. I've already proved it 100 times over again and again too. But again, if I get you a card worth $1 million, my next question, would you like 9 sisters? Would you like a couple, books full of cards? Because it's the only way you're going to get where you want to go. What are you going to do? Win the lottery, get a damn raise? But the bottom line is, why don't we get 9? Now we have $1 million, 10 million. Let's play. Every division, like a branch, can have a piece of property. A franchise, one screws up, I got 8 left to go. Then I go set up another one too. It's a numbers game. I don't understand. Why didn't you play? What's wrong with you? Are these turned up today? Let's play. Let's make sure you don't bring the damn pain over again. But that's up to you. I invented the process in 85, 86. So understand today, if I get you cash credit, why don't you do what I put on page 16 in my book 45 years ago? It's called cash flow for your time. Yeah, I own the rights to that too. You see, you could actually create an income or enhance your income you have today. All right, isn't that more fun to do? But it's up to you. You see, here's the first matrix I put in my bucket of money book that I wrote years ago too. So it basically created up to 190,000 a month, but it took 41 divisions. Is that okay? You can get a copy of that too. You see, I want to make you a money making machine. Is that okay? See, that's what you just think. Let's look at this. I like goodies. You like goodies? I only show things I obtained. I don't show a bunch of blah 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 like dickety dickety doc and YouTube and basically what Google too. You see, there's a lot of BS out there. How bad do you really want it? Do you want to be a corporate millionaire? Let me know. You got to put the corporate umbrella together. You got to play. You got to do it my way. Why did I create divisions? Because I didn't want to bring the pain home. All right. And I wanted a second chance in case I needed one too. Everybody needs up to 9 divisions of themselves. You see, that's a corporation, a person, or division, or subsidiary. Let me ask you a question. Who's going to guarantee the goodies? Why don't you write down division of me? That way the goodies are under divisions versus you. You don't have to be a duck anymore. But it's up to you. Again, I like if you have a corporation, Google search SOS, when Secretary of State, whatever state that you're in, .gov. See if you see your name on your corporation and it's got your home address on it. If it's got your home address on, jump up and kick yourself in the ass and say, I'm stupid. You just told everybody where you live. And when their lawsuit occurs, what happens? You became a duck. Divisions give you the process to create the line of defense. Shouldn't you have the division to create your line of defense too? They're more private. They're not in your face. But again, I want you to have 2 per item you're going to obtain. But again, under the corporate umbrella, could you imagine what you could do with the knowledge you need today? But again, I can play and teach you how to play, and I'll do the work for you too. Would you like $1 million? Or would you like 10? You see, I got no excuses, but neither do you. Cash credits are write-off for the corporation, but not a person. So understand, when I do divisions for you, I do the paperwork, I do the tax ID, I put 2,000 history, I set up the Experian, Treasury, and Equifax too, and we charge at the office $1,000 each, 3 for 3,000. Now understand, this is a corporate umbrella that follows tax ID. At the same time, let's build cash reports so it can finance itself. Now, here's what I do. I charge $500 each. Okay, so I like to get 3 today, scan, pay a little fee or Zelle. But I like to do what I did on Saturday. People ask me to do it today too. I want to give you 4 divisions, 2 of you and 2 to do the business for the same price. So if you Zelle during this broadcast 1,500, you're getting 4. That's right, an extra discount. But if it's not during the broadcast, forget it. I'm not paying a commission to a sales rep for something I gave you. That wouldn't be fair to me. Let's repackage you. So understand, here's a program, just in case you missed the last and final boot camp I'm ever going to do. Here's a program for 6 months. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 90 days. 1 private call every week for 90 days. All the workshops and specialty, because each one of those are 1,000 each for 90 days. From here, 9 divisions. On top of that, 100,000 of credit usually costs 10,000. Now this is a package costs $19,250. It's discounted during a broadcast only to $69.99. There's no payment. It's full payment or forget it. It's that simple. I'm tired of chasing payments. I shouldn't have to chase payments. I have 8 people in the 6 months program on chasing payments, and I'm getting ready to throw them out because I don't want to chase payments. That's not my job. The bottom line is I give away the world, and the bottom line is I change lives to Zelle right away. From there, would you like to understand? You should have $1 million of credit cards. You should have $5 million of checkbook money. That's how you build a real business, by the way. So this means very simple today. All right. Why? Now understand, Unsecured, you see that? This is Bank of America, and all the banks do this. Unsecured line of credit, but you have to have a 2-year corporation. So why don't we get one each for every division or entity, and let's get up to $5.4 million of checkbook money. Is that okay? But you got to have a corporate divisions, and it's got to be 2 years. So you might have to wait till next year, or basically if you have it, that's good. Learn the rules and tools, and I teach you to play. Now, during my classes on Saturday, I have 10 of them. Okay, literally, it starts 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. From here, I got these classes called specialty. This Saturday, 8 a.m. is specialty for nonprofit. It's 8 a.m. all right, in the morning. Nonprofit, it's $9.99 for all the class for 90 days in rotation, or it's $4.99 each class if you're not in one already. No, understand that's a Zell today. Ultimate goal. So let's understand all applications for cash credit require a certified CFO. We get to play. But again, the faster I get you gold and platinum cards, you could be that CFO and never bring your score down again. And basically, it's up to you. So if you want 2 of the cards, all right, each card is $9.99. Ultimate goal for you. Next thing is if you want 2 or 4 cards, let me know. I'm giving a discount for 4 today. The bottom line, instead of 4,000, it's $19.98. There you go. Simple. But it's definitely a Zelle during the program. From there, there's your Zelle. Now, if you use your personal credit to start a business, I'm sorry. That's kind of dumb. You jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't write off anything, diddly squat, and you backed yourself in a corner. But if you use corporate credit, we get to absorb the taxation. If we win, all right, if we lose, we get rid of a division, not the corporate, my family. Doesn't that sound better? Because borrow money's not taxable. When you retire, your bills never go away. You could actually have your cake and eat it too. But again, you have to follow the rules and tools and how to play. It's kind of like today, one hand in, one hand out. Well, let's do the hokey pokey. SSN is tax on everything you bring in. SS4 doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So we could play the game under the IRS rules too. It's public record. And we can go to irs.gov 1244 and file an S corporation and file one tax return and know it's never pay tax ever again. Is that okay? Kind of like today, if I gave you a check hypothetically for $1 million, what would you do with the check? You bank in your personal account. Sorry, I call that stupid. You only get to keep $375. I told you put in a corporation or division of you. Then you pay all the bills first and pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. I seem to think that's what the rich and famous people do. What do you think? Why don't we look at the United States of America Incorporated? They get 50 corporations, soon to be 51. And what do? They basically call them states. And states is corporations called cities. And they plan the problem. And then they basically invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So they can bankrupt the debt and stay in business. Hey, it's their game. We got to play their game too. You could have done that since day one. Just don't have any intent to do fraud. Today, please Google bankruptcy because it'll say SSN, SS4. Who wants to be the duck the next time blankets the fen? It's up to you. Remember, you get one SSN. You only get one chance to try. SS4 corporation, division, subsidiary, and more. Line 1's got your name on it if it wants to be, and you get to play. You never had to bring the pain home in the first place anyway. I don't know why you did. You see, the United States of America didn't do it. They planned the problem like I'm trying to get you to, and they bankrupt 11 cities under Chapter 9 bankruptcy too. See, we the people, tax. Supreme Court says a corporation's a legal person. You can learn to play, just don't have any intent to do fraud. Stop bringing the pain home. Add you to my credit system, okay? I can build you up to $1 million, you get a mansion like that too. No problem. But if you don't go to class and you screw it up and fall on your way, you don't get to play with me. You have to understand the rules and tools because that's the way I designed them years ago too. Ultimate goal. If you paid for a corporation before you met me, I'm sorry that you did something stupid. You paid an attorney, some dummy attorney or CPA or incorporating service, and you didn't learn diddly squat. Corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a little filing fee. You got ripped off. You got to sue them. All right. See, even California waived the fee till June of this year. They're free. You don't have to be a duck or a sheep. So let's look at the basic package. This is a starter for beginners. You see, a corporation on Google right now nationwide is $3,000. Why, I'll never understand. Charter number. Articles also says tax ID. Credit rebuilding. 1999. Setup level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Give you 5,000 in credit back to you, charge you 19.99. That gives you 2.5 times your money back. Better than being in Vegas. But during the broadcast, I discount that to 9.99. So that means 9.99. Literally today, you get 5 times your money back. You scan, you pay a fee, or you Zelle. I'm your coach for 90 days. No excuses for you. From there, if you want the expedited program, it's $1 million in the making. Normally 5,000 because you get 25,000 of credit. Ultimate goal, discounted to $24.99. You scan, you pay a fee, or you Zelle. I'm your coach for 90 days. Now you get 10 times your investment back. 10 times. And all you have to do is follow the rules and tools. And all right, from there, you got to beat your doubt, run your race. Kind of get out of my way. Let me rebuild you. Ultimate goal. So let's understand. I like the goodies. I like the mansions in the harbor, God's gift. Race boats and yachts at RayReynoldsUniversity.com. I like helicopters. All right, I like the Lamborghinis in the buildings too. I'd like you to change your driver's license today, please, to a mailing address, P.O. Box or mailing address, please. More privacy. So that's step 13. Now let's look at the car you drive today. I'm sorry, you did that wrong too. You allowed someone in a car dealership to sweat you for 5 hours. How stupid was that? And then you lost 5,000 and got 9 inquiries. See, you should have set the tone that day. That little application you gave them, you should have wrote down allows 1 inquiry, took a picture. But the bottom line is you like being treated like a sheep and a duck. I guess you do because you did it that day too. See a car? No. My way. My way is simple. Fleet price tax ID division. That way you don't have to worry about gap insurance and show up on personal credit. And the bottom line is you become a CFO and you get to write off everything you're trying to do. You lose the car, the IRS is going to give you a 1099-C from the creditor or a house. Now they screw you up some more too. You see, you got 50 plus bloodsucker attorneys on TV, billboards, and they interrupt your social media. Were you in an accident? Were you in the back seat, the front seat? Were you on top of the car? Were you under the car? It's ridiculous. See, the registered owner is who they sue. It's you. You like being a duck? Do it my way, they get deadly squat. Hell, why not? But it's a choice. You got to learn to play. Planning the problem too. Every property you ever obtain should be a division. You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you. Your paycheck should be a break even with your house payment. Google didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Yeah, why would they? They know how to play. But again, that's up to you. You see, there's no loophole. All right, and they're doing what they're allowed to do. He used a line of credit to buy Twitter. Twiddly, twiddly dum. He did it in 24 hours too, and he's got a spaceship. So the other two guys, they got spaceships too. See, you could join the club and win the battle if you want to, but you got to listen and learn how to play. That's up to you today. You see Carl here, his line of credit of 1.2 billion because he brings in $1 billion. He don't pay tax. As long as the line of credit's more than you bring in, look what happens to him. What could happen to you? Here we got Walt Disney. They got $1 billion in the bank. They should pay tax. But they didn't want to pay tax. You know what they did? They wrote an IOU to themselves. Look there. It's in Newsweek. How smart can you be? So basically, borrow money's not taxable. Leveraging money to more money? Run your life through a corporation or conjunction, please. Well, that's what I'd like you to do, but that's up to you. Let's pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Oh, you see, your paycheck is in taxable income. A brand new corporation today can buy a car, fleet price tax ID division, because you get basically your paycheck, the leftover, you pay car payment, gas registry, insurance. Once you yell no, start driving a company car like I do. I think that makes more sense. Why don't you get a copy of an SS4 today? Go to irs.gov and you'll find out I'm telling you the truth. This is banking and credit purposes. You never had to be a duck or a sheep, but that's up to you. You can learn to play starting today. But again, mama's great. She had a baby. Right after Nixon took the gold standard out, they handed her an SSN form at the hospital. Then baby went in the car seat, stroller, car seat, went home. You see, I want you to think about something today. If I go into my phone and look at Google, and I basically want to Google life death clock, that's all I have to do, life death clock, and I push it and I look at this, it's telling us how many billion, 8,021,000,000 people born, or population. So here's the births this year, here's the deaths. So as long as we have more people being born than dying, we can print more money. That's why they get the SSN. They're kind of like sheep and ducks. But again, you might want to learn SSN, SS4, or both. But again, understand something today. We're counted by the millisecond. So do yourself a favor. Be safe, not reckless. You see, you got a house today. It should be in a trust. You buy houses for close homestead trust. It's not in a trust, and they sue you. They take it away. And when you die, it's stuck in a probate, and your family got diddly squat. You hire a contractor. Oh, goody. They hire the subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. All right, good workers. When they slip, fall, and cut corners, they sue you. They take everything you got. My way of planning the problem, they get diddly squat. Why not? But again, that's number 19 today. Why don't you look up your irrevocable trust? That's what I would tell you to do. But do what you want. You're grown up. Step 19. So let's understand today. I get people all the time, Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I tell them to knock off the crap. You can't play peekaboo with the IRS. If you do like Wesley Snipes, you go to prison for 5 years and you get fined $5 million. So you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. If you tried it, go back to irs.gov, download a form called 656 433A and B, get your butt back in the system. By the way, that's basically step 20, learning to play. You should become an OPM. From there up to 70% discount. Don't pay a bill for up to 30 to 90 days. Get an escrow close up to 200,000. Don't like do what most people do. They act like they're rich and they piss it away. Then they're broke the next day. Why don't we use it and let's do raise rules and get it leveraged up to $15 million. And borrow money's not taxable. Set up the line of defense. By the way, that's step 21. Blackjack, you get to win. What a concept today, too. Here's the Ray Reynolds University. All right, 2009, 22,000 square foot building. Very simple. One technology lane, and from there is Irvine Spectrum 2. So what happened? I got to die going to come and stole my life. What am I going to do? Go boo? Nope. I took my closet divisions and the divisions I had, safety divisions, and I rebuilt up to $1 million of credit in less than 6 weeks. You could learn the blueprint to see it, believe it, go get it too. You should have closet divisions. You never know when blank's going to hit the fan. You're going to have to look in your books and say, which card do I use next? You see, you can struggle all you want. My way would get past go, corporate umbrella, but that's up to you. 1,000 steps to millionaire, becoming a certified CFO, repackaging every one of you. Checkbook money, I love that. But you got to have a 2-year corporation. If you don't, you got to wait till next year. I'll give you one. I have an inventory. Office sales are for $4,000. I give $10,000 of credit and I discount it to $19.99. If it's sale during the broadcast, or $9.99 with no credit too. There's your Zelle. That's all you got to do. Put RW when you Zelle. Simple. See, a corporation's a legal person, and the goal is getting credit for the corp and the divisions. As we do this, the corporate umbrella, tax ID, credit reports, cash credit cards, and then checkbook money. See, every tax ID is entitled to an Aspire and Treasure and Equifax. Let's build it my way. You want to say $1 million, I'll say 9 divisions. You say 5 million, I say 41. Oops, we're going to do it again and again too. Corporate umbrella. Why I invented the process of division process. I wanted a second chance, and I didn't want to bring the pain home. All right, that's why I got the ability to have a family and kids too, because I made a promise to myself. The person, corp, division, or subsidiary, tax ID based. I like that. It makes more sense. But again, division of me, who's going to guarantee the car? Is it going to be in the division name or corporation's name? Building, house, how you receive money. You want a daisy chain credit. It's going to be up to you. So keep in mind, everyone needs a division for the item and the division to be the guarantor. And again, please look at Secretary of State today. I want you to see your corporation, see your name on it. Then I want you to know you're a duck. They sue you. Then if you get your home address on it, that's called stupid. That needs to be changed right away. Because when there's a lawsuit, all right, you became the duck. Divisions give you the process to create line of defense and not bring the pain home. They're more private. Again, 2 divisions. But again, the goal should be building a corporate umbrella and up to $1 million of credit, finance itself, and quit taking from the family. Because corporate credit you can write off, personal credit you cannot. Division is simple. I do the paperwork, I do the tax ID, I do the 2000 history, I build the reports. We charge $1,000 each, $3,000 for 3 at the office. I give a discount, and I basically say $500 each. You should always get 3. Today you're getting 4 for the price of 3. 2 divisions of you and 2 divisions of the corporation. You scan, you pay a fee, or use Zelle. You put RW and what you Zelle for too. Ultimate goal, that offers only during the webinar. It's just now. From there, what are you willing to lose? Family? No. I didn't get a family as a kid. I got used and abused and sucked down a trash can. Corporation. They sue what they sue you? No. Division process. So if we play chess today, all right, and we do it my way, we both lose pieces on both sides, but at the end of the day, we both get checkmate. I like checkmate, don't you? But you get to win, and that's step 23 today. Give me referrals that pay in full, build your credit, or give you back 10%. There's the ultimate goal. From there, 800-510-3338. Get a hold of the accounting department now. Before I'm done talking to you, see, reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. I've done it all my life. The dummies around me told me I couldn't do this or that too. Give me a break. I bought my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half. I make millionaires under corporations and divisions, training people to be a CFO. Would you like to be next? Let me know, because you should be a money-making machine. There's the goal. How bad do you want it? So we charge 10% for lines of cash credit. So there are 10,000 for 100,000, 5,000 for 50, $2,500 for 25,000. During this broadcast only, if you're a client, you get a 60% discount through me only. Okay. During that, you can scan, pay a fee, or you can Zelle. There's your Zelle. You always put RW in your Zelle. From there, if you add you to my credit system, I'm going to rebuild you, show you how to get the American dream, analyze your credit right away, Spirit and try to do an Equifax. So I got to show you exactly what you need to do too. Keep in mind, never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow, close homestead trust. Corporations, I'll never understand why people spend thousands for a piece of paper and don't know diddly squat when they're free in every 50 states. Divisions, real estate, franchise, current business, and line of defense. Why I give bonus cash credit called Ray's Rules is you can finance the business, take away your excuses, and go get it right away. That's the ultimate goal. That's step 24 for you today. So keep in mind, 750 is waiting for you. If all you want me to do is rebuild your credit, rapid score, you go to class. I usually charge you $9.99, give you $1,000 on card. Today I'm discounting it to $4.99, and the card becomes $500. You reimburse yourself. And you scan, you pay a fee, or use Zelle. From there, the starter package for beginners. Now let me do rebuild the credit, rapid score, articles, also tax ID. Setup in level 1 is every Wednesday and Saturday, live with me, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Discounted to $9.99 today to give you 5 times your money back. No excuses. You pay a fee when you basically have to pay the scan, or use Zelle because that is free. I'm your coach for 90 days. Millionaire in the making. That's an expedited program. You get $25,000 of credit. It is discounted to $24.99. Give you 10 times your money back. You scan or use Zelle. Either way, that's the expedited program for everybody, and that's the one I would tell you to do. Ultimate goal, it's Zelle, 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 RW when you Zelle. See, every one of you should be a corporate millionaire. Corporation and divisions. Your banks do this in front of you. Sam's Club did, Geico did it, Cities did it. So your first thing to stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and reprogram your brain into millionaire status. Look behind the curtain. Because I don't think basically he's being smart. All right. When you're lazy, I think it's stupid. When you don't look behind the corner, I think that's kind of dumb too. You got the ability to challenge yourself today. Let's stay safe. Let's stay strong. Let's do our best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, you better be calling 800-510-3338 right away. You should be Zell if you want the discount today. But if you don't want the discount, that's okay. All right, you can always buy and pay full boat. It's up to you. So the ultimate goal today is pretty simple. All we have to do is see it, believe, and go get it. That's the ultimate goal. So today, let's do one thing and understand at the end of the day, it's very simple. God loves us all.